Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to another lecture video. We were continuing uh, data graphing, right? So our main objective to learn when to use what types of graph. So in the last or previous two videos, we learned what is the when to use bar chart, column chart, line chart, and area chart, right? On the other hand, in the second video, we learned when to use the pie chart, scatter chart, donut chart, and bubble chart. Okay. So in this lecture video, I will try to cover more charts, right? First of one is the tree map. So tree map are ideal for displaying the hierarchical structure where categories and subcategories need to be represented. For example, you operate in a e-commerce store, you have vast amount of data or collection of data set, what is structured by hierarchically, right? Maybe one structure is to, for example, mobile phone, right? So under the mobile phone, maybe you have Apple, Samsung, Redmi, Xiaomi, blah, 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 right? So there's the hierarchical structure. So you can visualize the large collection of product across multiple categories in our e-commerce store, right? This is the one example when we can use the tree map. On the other hand, displaying the breakdown of a company's total revenue by product line or individual product within these lines, right? So main message is to display the hierarchical structure when there are some categories and subcategories. The next one is ArcGIS map. To be honest, is quite critical, and its application is vast, right? So using the ArcGIS map, you can analyze how different geographical features, once again, different geographical features related to one another. These features could be the pattern, cluster, or any others. For example, here, mapping the population distribution across different regions to identify area for resource allocation. Maybe a government or a NGO have 1 million of product. They need to distribute this product, any types of product, across the country, right? Based on the population distribution or density, like this. So in this case, that NGO or government or any other entities, right, can use the ArcGIS map to mapping the population distribution, and based on the population density, they can allocate the resources without bias, right? On the other hand, for example, government or any other entity, right? So bought 20,000 of buses, AC buses. So that institute would like to distribute or would like to fix the route of bus, right, based on the population density or the current transportation network. How's the condition of the road, in which district actually need more transportation, right? So using the ArcGIS map, that NGO or government or any other do it easily, right? So next one is field map chart, to show the particular variables, right? Here, different geographical features related to one another, but in field map chart, particular variables is distributed across the different geographic region. For example, countries, it could be the state or district, or if you think about very narrowly, so you can think about Upajala or any other, right? By the way. So why we can use it? Displaying population density across the different country, the state, in the country. It's very easy to understand. Mapping average income level across different countries to identify wild disparities. For example, we can download the data from the World Bank, right? And easily we can use the field map chart to map the average income level across the different country. On the other hand, showing change in population growth across region over several decades. So it's quite related to line chart also, right? You also can use the line chart or field map chart. It depends on you, but we can use the field map chart in this context, right? On the other hand, basic chart is very simple. Basic chart for showing specific location, road, geographic feature, right? It provides a clear intuitive view where things are situated. It's related to distribution, right? Distribution table or bar chart or column chart, but you can show it in a basic chart, right? Marking the location of branches, for example, of a retailer store across the country. For example, we have lots of super shops, right? So someone would like to see what is the location of the retailer shops. So we can use the basic map chart, right? Mapping out a delivery route for logistic company, right? Oh, displaying the major rivers in a region alongside key cities for tourism purpose, right? On the other hand, maybe the big organization or government can plan how to fix the where to put a port, right, or where to establish a port using the basic map chart also. So in this case, we also can use the basic map chart. So what is the difference between these three map charts? So first one is ArcGIS, second one is field map, and third one is basic map. To be honest, ArcGIS is quite complex and feature rich, right? And field map actually is a thematic map focused on visualizing the data trends across geographical area. On the other hand, basic map is very simple. In many cases, you also can use the distribution table or distribution and graph like bar chart or column chart or any pie chart, right? But to visualize it in a lucrative way, you can use the basic map chart, right? So where we can use it, once again, for urban planning, environmental monitoring, utilizing management, transportation planning. So ArcGIS is very complex, though it's complex, but its application is too vast, right? And field map chart, right? Storytelling, presentation, academic studies, and journalism. In journalism purpose, we can use the field map chart. On the other hand, basic map chart is very simple visualization for report, right? Okay. So heat map. Actually, when we would like to display some correlation between the variables or among the variables in a single matrix format, then we can use the heat map, right? Uh, for example, analyzing web traffic over days of the week and time of the day to identify peak usage time. Here, actually, the example is different, right? So this is the year and month. In the x-axis, the year. In the y-axis is months, right? So heat map correlation of the flights dataset. So here you can see the very light graph or portion is strongly correlated, and dark graph or dark picture is weakly correlated, right? So we can see here, for example, this one is strongly correlated, this variable. So to identify the to understand the correlation among the variables in a single matrix, we can use the heat map, right? So analyzing web traffic over days, for example, is which time the web traffic was too high and which time the web traffic was too low. We can identify or use the heat map, showing correlation coefficient between various financial metrics. For example, demand and supply, right? Rainfall. On the other hand, there is a correlation between the rainfall and daily production, right? So in this way, we can use it, heat map. So in today's lecture, that's it, right? So enjoy Power BI. In the next lecture, I will try to show or explain more charts, right? So up to then, please enjoy. Allah Hafiz, bye bye.